The hard truth of life is that men have to earn their value, but most of this value is created once you cross your 30s. So today, I'm gonna show you how life for a man begins at his 30s and 7 strategies for you that are young so you can receive that value today. 1. You reach peak masculinity. To be successful, you have to be dominant, which becomes much easier in your 30s when you max out these 3 masculine features. And no matter your age, I'm gonna show you how to increase all 3 right now. First, your voice is deep, which is subconsciously linked with being more authoritative and commanding, which makes you a great leader. In fact, one study found that CEOs with deeper voices earn $19,000 more a year. And to deepen your voice is simple. All you gotta do is take a deep breath and talk through your stomach, not your chest. Second, your facial hair starts to become darker, which according to the study, makes men look more dominant to both men and women. Now, you can increase the darkness of your hair naturally, but that's gonna take some time. The best way to do it right now is by using a beard pen. You can get these on Amazon. They're very affordable and will make your beard look incredible. And third, you will reach peak muscle density between the ages of 30 and 35, which means you're not only gonna be stronger, you're also gonna look stronger, which you can maximize now by starting to lift heavy weights in the gym. And all those 3 changes, a deeper voice, a thicker beard, and denser muscles, add up to make you appear more masculine, which is directly linked to being a more dominant male in society. And this all happens naturally once you cross your 30s. So now as a man, you know, 30s are not the end, but instead, they are the beginning. But to truly capitalize on this, you need to understand all the other benefits, so you start winning on them now. Which takes me to number 2. You become the man that every woman wants. It's funny. You start getting desired by more women, not because of anything you did, but solely because you are in your 30s. You see, when women are in their 20s, they are the prize of dating, as men are biologically wired to find them more attractive. In fact, a study that analyzed preferences from dating profiles found that the most desirable age for women was 20 years old, and that their attractiveness only declined with age. But here's where things get interesting. The same study found that the most attractive age for men was past 27 years old. The reason being is because women are biologically wired to find financial resources and life experiences attractive. These are traits that are more commonly found in older men. So here's a trick to gain a ton of financial resources and life experiences starting young. First, take any free course you can find on business, entrepreneurship, or any skill set. Harvard, for example, has a ton of these. Then, using that new Harvard education, try and work as an executive assistant or any other sort of skill you can provide to an influencer that has at least 10,000 followers. While you're working for them, use that extra free time to try to secure your position to an influencer that has 100,000 followers. You want to keep repeating that process until you're working for a big creator that's over 1 million or even over 10 million followers. Here's the part you don't see. Large creators spend a lot of time traveling and going to big events. And if you are a crucial part of that business, you will be tagging along, which will fill you with life experiences. But the skills you learn when it comes to content creation and creating communities is extremely invaluable. Certain jobs with creators can pay you multiple 6 figures. Number 3, the quality of women around you improves. Now, if you follow the advice that I'm sharing with you in this video, the quality of women around you will only improve once you're in your 30s. According to the study, by picking that right woman, you can become up to 32% more successful. And by the way, forget the study, I'm telling you this myself. Picking the right wife has been instrumental in my success and focus. So let me show you how you can pick the right woman. First, when you reach your 30s, prioritize women that are between the ages of 24 and 28, as this is that prime age where many are looking to settle down. This will mean that they are less likely to focus on things that can hinder your success, like partying. Next, prioritize women that have both their mother and father in their lives. Studies have shown that women with 2 parents in their lives are much healthier and more successful. This is known as the 2-parent advantage. And third, prioritize women who are somewhat motivated. This could be through a sport, physical activity, or intellectually through academia, as studies have shown that people who exercise or have goals have better commitment and more discipline. 4, men 30 and above look terrible. Look, Reaching 30 for men is all great, except one thing. This is when you start looking physically terrible. Use these 2 preventative measures to look your best. The first thing that happens is that your body starts overproducing something called DHT. This is a hormone primarily responsible for hair loss in men. Sure, it is a natural process, but it can also make you look older and genetically inferior. The good news is that there are products that make this process easy to deal with. For example, Keeps is an online platform that offers the only 2 generic FDA-approved medication that has been proven to help treat hair loss by stopping it in its tracks, which means the earlier you start losing these products, the less likely you are to lose your hair. I've been using minoxidil right when I started 25, and I have 0 hair loss. Follow my footsteps, because 2 in 3 men will lose their hair by the age of 30. Both my father and my brother have lost their hair. I'm the 1 in 3 that did it because I took action. And you can do the same by using products that block that DHT production. The second step is to maintain your overall appearance. You need to keep your fibronectin levels as high as possible. This is crucial for quality skin, hair, and muscle mass. Now, you don't even have to invest in crazy supplements for this. You can do it all naturally from home. All you gotta do is consume 300 milliliters of bone broth daily. Studies have shown that you consuming 300 milliliters of bone broth is enough to boost the amino acids needed to form collagen and fibronectin levels in your body. The key with both of these preventative methods is that you need to take action now to look great later. And the best way to do that is to make sure you have the products that you need. And Keeps has you covered because you can do everything from the comfort of your home. As a matter of fact, if you guys check out Keeps, I'm gonna have it linked down below right now. You can do an online consultation with one of their licensed professionals. They can take a look at your case and prescribe everything you need so it gets delivered to your door, which means no more doctor visits and no more having to go to the pharmacy. And if you do as I did, you'll keep your hair and look great for as long as possible. Hair loss stops with Keeps. For a special offer to get started, go to keeps.com/TMF or click the link in the description. That's keeps.com/TMF. Fine, you can emotionally attract anyone. Women want older men, not only because of their resources, but because of their emotional control, something that will peak when you're 30. However, if you're young, you can develop it now with 4 easy steps: self-awareness, non-reaction, compassion, and growth. This is how you improve each one. Let's start with the first one, self-awareness. You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses and how it affects those around you. Most men don't know this. You can find this by taking a personality test, like the 16 personality one you can get online. Then you will see your weaknesses and know exactly what you have to improve. You see, science states that this emotional maturity is crucial when women are looking for a husband, because it means that he can handle both his and her emotions when life gets difficult. Second is non-reaction, which is about controlling your emotion. To improve your non-reaction, I want you to train in martial arts. This will give you more emotional control than someone who doesn't do martial arts. When you're sparring or you're rolling, you can't just lash out every time you get hit. You have to stay calm, you have to think, and then you act. Third is compassion, which is when you understand someone else's struggle. This one's easy. Improve your compassion by volunteering more. Fourth is growth, which is about improving yourself and your self-confidence. The easiest and fastest way to improve your growth is by finding an online or an in-person group of men that are also with that same mindset of growth and are dedicated to improving themselves. Because science has stated the people around you shape exactly who you are. Now, at this point, you understand men at their 30 reach peak masculinity, become the man every woman wants. The quality of women around them become better, how to look great as you age, and how to emotionally attract anyone. I want you to understand that the best part of your life begins when you're 30, and you can start reaping the benefits now. There's 2 more things left, which takes me to number 6. Men in their 30s are smarter. When you reach your 30s, you're not just hitting your peak physically, your brain performance hits its peak as well. This is not just about being smarter. It's about your brain's ability to recognize faces, which science proves it peaks right at 32 years old. And scientists consider this trait a superpower. Think about it. You need this for survival because it means that you're extremely sensitive to microaggression or slight differences in facial expression. This will help you navigate social situations when that other person's being emotional. Now, if you're young, if you want to have that same superpower, instead of trying to analyze a person's entire face, just look at their eyebrows. If they're lowered and they're close together, then they're likely angry or scared. And if their inner corners are drawn up, and they're most likely sad. Number 7, you fail often, which turns you into a warrior. See, your 20s as a man can feel like a constant battle. You're messing up, you're facing rejection, and you're hitting constant roadblocks. Here's the thing, all this struggle, it's not for nothing. It's life's way of forging you into something stronger, so when you're in your 30s, you can reach peak potential. Now, don't just take my word for it, because I have the science to back this up. A study conducted by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that overcoming hardship builds mental resilience. But here's the catch. You only get to that warrior state of mind if you embrace those early battles. You have to pursue failure and rejection when you're young. So from now on, I want you to reframe your mind that when you try something new, you will either win or learn something new from it. Moving forward, you'll never lose again, because as long as you've learned, you've won. The best way to develop this warrior mindset is by overcoming that rejection. You can do this with a challenge, which is called the 100 Days of Rejection Therapy. Simply put, with this challenge, you will be asked to every day put yourself in a position where you're gonna get rejected, like asking for a discount in a store or asking for all your change back in 1-cent coins, which will most likely result in you getting rejected. The more you do this, the less sensitive you'll become to failure. And now you get it. Life for men begins in their 30s. And if you're young, I want you to do everything in this video so you start reaping those benefits early. If you guys want to continue to level up, I'll leave you 2 more videos here.